Political prophecies. Pharisees plot upon stopping me, rocking my piece to sleep while the beast kept a lock on me.
Welcome back to VTV. I'm KennedyGee, and we're with the Wizard of Venice.
He was the Wizard of Venice, and he came up to us because we were interviewing somebody else, and he was just kind of like,
now,
Like, what y'all talking about?
Peace and blessings, family. Esau Shakur, or Isa Al-Sufi, also known as the Wizard of Venice.
So
What's going on
before
here?
we started recording the man on the street, we knew that the topic was going to be the cost of living in LA. Did you
Right.
notice that he brought up the cost of living before
Yeah.
we did?
yeah, no,
Modeling a picture off my ex-wife.
he led with that, so it's close to people's hearts.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
It resonates.
So he said that he was running for office, and that's when he triggered for me that he's
Yeah.
running for senator. You want to be a big senator, buddy?
And I'm also running for California State Senate as well.
Amazing, amazing. Well, that's actually perfect. So can you let us know what is the craziest thing you've seen at the beach?
The craziest thing that you see at the beach is probably unexpected. I don't know if it sounds nasty or nothing, but unexpected topless women. You may end up seeing some guys is wigging out. You know, they didn't took something, and like I said, it's just a lot of weird things. But this is the place to be if you want to see that type of environment.
Hey,
You want to be a big senator? Okay, so let me give you. So I was like, I'll give him some good questions then if he was gonna talk about that.
No.
so you're running for senator. What is your policy on California specifically?
My policy is to end homelessness by basically slicing the cost of living to 75%, and also raising the minimum wage up to $30 an hour so people can afford to be where they live at.
He was. Well, how did you
Yeah.
feel about talking to him, Kenny? Because I know he kind of had a little bit of a flow. He had kind of an agenda that he wanted to talk about, but
He did. He had me. He lost me a little bit.
And that's just amongst other things, funding programs that can take people from being homeless to being homeowners.
Ask him why he chose that number.
So what made you choose that number?
Which number? 30%.
For the cost for the minimum wage. Ask him why he chose the number for minimum wage.
So what made you choose the number for minimum wage?
Well, I'm a carpenter by trade, and this is locked in rates. We can go a little bit higher than that, but the cost. The reason I chose it because the inflation of the dollar. So people working harder for less, and so we could just bring it up some. People can kind of pull themselves up off their feet, and they can be able to save. And so $30 an hour, but we can always raise it higher than $30. That's just the starting point.
Back, so it was interesting. He was nice.
you got some real Venice Beach flavor right there.
Yeah.
Like right off the rip.
Yeah.
Like we got some real.
I
Like,
think he had some
personality.
points. So he said that he wanted to raise the minimum wage to $30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not practical.
What is
but-
the minimum
but-
wage right now?
Is it 15?
No way.
In some places, I think in
12?
San Francisco, it's 12. I think in
Okay.
California it's 12 because the federal minimum wage I think is still like $7.50, $7.25, something
Yeah.
not livable.
I think Virginia it's 7, or when I was in, it was $7.60. It might be $8 now,
Right.
but I remember it being
Wow.
7, like
That's crazy
the
still.
minimum wage.
That's
As
still
of-
insane.
As of January 1st, 2026, California's statewide minimum wage is $16.90 per hour
Okay.
for all employees,
Okay.
employers regardless of size. So
Because that was a big thing, and it was
Uh-huh.
just like getting fast food workers to get a higher minimum wage, and they like, and even like the Starbucks employees were trying to unionize so that they could get better, a
if
better
we
living
do
wage.
raise the minimum wage, who's going to stop all the companies from raising the prices of everything?
Well, that's the counter argument.
Because
from
all
the
they
business
do is
perspective.
raise the prices for everything to give us less. They're going to give us less of a product for a higher price.
Right.
So I agree that we do need to pay our people more and more money, but who's going to stop the corporations and the big dogs from making everything $1 million just to buy it? Because that's what the problem is.
Those are questions above our pay grade.
So do you also feel like AI is impacting the job market today?
Yeah, AI is okay as long as they don't think they can outsource humans. And I believe that AI is going to hurt the film industry and the music industry if people start saying, you know what, we're not going to get authentic actors and we're just going to go and clone everybody. I believe that AI should be prevented from cloning or projecting authentic real-life people like Tupac and 50 Cent and all these other individuals that lived or are living. I think AI should be more dealing with generics and be regulated to a certain point, but not regulated to the point of tyranny,
Do you also feel like AI is affecting the sustainability of the environment?
No, because nothing could affect Mother Nature. So we dealing with, but when we get to the Terminator stuff and they want to start the cloning and other stuff like that and start depending on AI to control weather patterns, that's when we're going to be in a situation.
My friend.
Well,
I mean,
let me
I
into
think
Washington.
there's some government intervention that needs to happen there, and I think it needs to balance because the business owners have a point. They want to hire people, they want to have a good product, they want to keep costs down, but at the same time, people got to be able to make a living wage, got to feed their family, got to feed their kids. Daycare is ridiculous in this state, really in the country overall. Like
it's
daycare,
crazy.
But let's
medical
be
bills,
real.
you could get bankrupted by
Making
getting
17
sick and going to the hospital.
That was the statewide. I said the $16.90.
Right, that's statewide. No, because the
not
national is
Los
less than half
Angeles.
of that.
Right.
But like in
Yeah.
LA, there's nowhere you could live on that
So
amount
what
of
do you,
money.
I was gonna just ask you. So what do you think about the rent?
Yeah. Rent is high. Rent
Yeah.
is high. So
No.
we live in one of the highest rent places in the world.
Right.
And even just to get a room in Los Angeles is going to cost you more than $1,000.
Because we talked to that one fella, we'll see if he makes the cut. But I mean, he had a good point. We asked the first guy we talked to what his
2-bedroom.
the most he ever paid for rent.
Yeah.
And what
So what is the most you've ever paid in rent?
What do we pay? $2,100, $2,100.
$2,100.
Yeah.
Would you say that's for like a 1-bedroom, a 2-bedroom?
2-bedroom.
So would you believe that that's essentially the price of a studio here in Los Angeles?
I heard it's like you get a box for that price. I know. Nah, I can't live here for that. I need some room, elbow room.
did you say?
I think he
like
said
1,200?
2,100.
2,100. 2,100 for a 2-bedroom.
Yeah.
And I was like, brother, what
That's
year?
not bad.
What year is it here? In
I
LA,
paid-
that hasn't been a thing.
I
in a
paid
while.
$2,300 for a 2-bedroom in 2017.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so that was the other question we asked everybody was, what's the most you've ever paid for rent? Asking about his carpentry business.
Okay, and can you tell us a little bit more about your carpentry?
Well, as the Wizard of Venice, like I said, we're opening up this store called Nubius Hecker, modeling a picture off my ex-wife, to show no hard feelings. But this is Nubius Hecker, and like I said, what we do is we do ancient relics. So we just don't do regular carpentry. We do magical carpentry. This is magical. I just gotta put some ice on it, make you think it's metal. Put a magnet up to it. It's gonna trick the magnet. But so we do. Anything that's dealing with like the Aztecs, the Mayans, anything, we do that type of carpentry, magical and ancient carpentry, so people can have a piece of magic in their home. And like I said, this is just one of the
relics?
Can we get a close-up of
Awesome.
So this is basically just dealing with the Arcs by itself. And what we plan on doing is opening up this shop in Venice, so people that's looking for work, especially people that's on the beach all the time, we can get them work out of the shop, which right on this left side. And so we'll sell everything: arcs, chains, staffs. Make people feel like they're back in the Bible days, or the Quran days, or the
Can you
ancient
show
days.
us this?
Like I said, and this is the ankh right here. So people don't know, the ankh represents, this is a woman when she's pregnant. So this is the fallopian tubes. This is the fallopian tubes, and this is the uterus. And so ancient people believe in life over death. So we wouldn't say I love you to death, we say we love you to life. So we wouldn't say we love you to death, we say we love you to life. And so this is going back to pharaohs, the ancient gods, and goddesses. Netzeru had it as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Can you tell us your name one more time at the camera and then let us know that you're comfortable with us using this clip?
I'm comfortable with using this clip, but I'm also going to say this: political prophecies. Pharisees plot upon stopping me. Rock 'em up, used to sleep, but a beast kept a lock on me. That chest moved sloppily. That's why my drop C's. Knock 'em out like Rocky 3, then overturn the monopoly. Golden wings, casting guitars with golden strings. Hold my ring, got from Solomon the Golden King. Hold my ring, got from Solomon the Golden King. Hold my ring, queen, got from Solomon the Golden King.
Thank you. Thank you so much for stopping by VTV. Have a good one.
You have permission from the Wizard of Venice to use this. All love to Venice. Vote for Esau Shakur for California State Senate. June.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Wizard of Venice.